All the motivation I got came from struggle. You understand? All the motivation you see on a daily, me giving y'all motivation, came from struggle, right? Growing up where I grew up in Passaic, New Jersey, you understand? Aspen Place projects, right? Some crazy stuff went down, you understand? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard, right? It was hard for me as a kid knowing that, you know, your mom battled, you know, addiction with drugs, and your pops did too, and then your sister turns out to be the same way and everything like that. And, you know, I was basically, you know, stuck in between that because I'm not trying to live that life. And so them doing that and me not being like that, it was a hard pickle to be in. And on top of that, being bullied as a kid. I was the shortest kid out of the crew just because I was the smallest. People thought they could bully me and stuff like that. And so I got bullied, man. I got picked on, man. Family got talked about all the time because it's hard, you know what I'm saying? It was difficult because you knew your family was the most talked about family. Everybody knew what went on in my crib at an early age because they always heard about the drama that went on, man. You understand? So living with that, right? It only drove me to be motivated to do better for myself. It didn't drive me to want to do the same thing. It actually drove me a whole different direction. Only because, right, as a kid, I innately knew that it wasn't right. Whatever was going on in my life at that time, during those time frames, right, I knew it was something that was supposed to be broken. You understand? So I found the gift in football. I started playing football. I used football as a catalyst to help me. You understand? Everybody need an outlet some way, somehow. Football happened to be an outlet. Thank y'all. Thank you to my boy Rich. That's locked down right now. He introduced me to football. You know what I'm saying? Even though it was already instilled in me due to my family and everything like that, but he introduced me to it. I used football as a catalyst, man, to motivate me. I ended up becoming tough as hell. I was one of the toughest dudes that come out of the projects when it came to sports, right? And I used football, and I went so far with it. I even went so far to where I traveled overseas to play in Iceland, semi-pro. You understand? I could have did the combine, but I didn't want to. I had other plans because I found this, my purpose, right? So what I'm saying is the motivation, right, came from the pain stemming from being a young child, seeing what I saw, seeing people die in front of me, you understand? Seeing the worst of the worst, bro, seeing the worst of the worst. I'm telling you, I seen a lot of crazy stuff growing up, and it hurt me a lot to the point where it had to change. I had to change from that pain. I got tired of seeing that stuff, you understand? When you live in an environment like my environment, you either gonna love it and you're gonna stay in it, or you're gonna hate it enough to get away from it, right? But still to love from afar. You understand? There's people I still got love for that's back there, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I had to do what's best for me. And my situation was crazy. So I had to get out, right? I had to leave. I had to travel. I had to go live in California. I had to go, look, I traveled from California, right, to New Jersey, when I moved back to New Jersey, I traveled by train, man, 4-day train ride. It was the best experience of my life. And I think in that train ride is when I found my purpose. I was already searching. I graduated college. I played 4 years of college. I played football. I ran track, right? I graduated with a bachelor's degree in sport management, and it was obsolete because I knew it wasn't my passion. I got recruited to play football. All athletes know you go to college to play football. That was my outlet my whole life, so I went there to use it as more of an outlet, right? But when you graduate and you like, damn, you stuck with a piece of paper and you like, where to next? Where do I go next? I don't know where to go, right? That was me. So you know what I did? I lived a nomadic life. I was homeless for a little while. I was bouncing couch to couch. I lived in Cali. I did all these type of things en route to finding what I'm doing now. And it's motivating the people around the world that need to hear these stories, because right now you're going through something right now. You're probably going through a transition where you don't even know what you want to do. You have an idea, but you lost it due to what you had to go through. But I'm helping you redirect yourself right now. You understand? So when I traveled back from California, right, 4-day train ride, man, listen, that and Iceland was like the two best experiences in my life, and Canada too. But those two. But I'm gonna tell y'all about this California trip that's very special, and I'm gonna let y'all go with this one. I get on a train, right? Sacramento. I got family in Sacramento, right? Boom, I'm traveling, right? And old couple, Mr. and Mrs. Moore. Shout out to y'all. I still keep everything y'all said in my head every single day. There's a reason why I'm doing what I'm doing. I go meet an old couple. They sit me down. That's how I know I'm old. So I sit down. I'm on an Amtrak train. They're like, all right, come to the dinner area. They announce it on the intercom. Hey, come get some dinner, right? They seat me next to 3 elderly people. No young people, just 3 elderly people. I'm like, time for some wisdom. I didn't say a word when I got to the table. Mr. and Mrs. Moore talking amongst each other. You understand? And I forget the other young lady name. But anywho, I'm talking, right? I mean, I'm not talking. They're talking amongst each other. Next thing you know, Mrs. Moore looks at me, greets me. I said, hello, how you doing? Hey, what's your name? Told them what I do. I'm a motivational speaker. I'm an inspired motivational speaker, up and coming motivational speaker. That's what I said at the time. And she fell in love with my energy after that. And then she was like, your energy is different. I like you. You're like an old soul. She's telling me this in my face, right? You know, her husband just sitting there looking at me, observing me, like, you know, cool with it. So we're eating, right? We're about to eat. I have the menu. Now, I got like $100 to my name for 4 days. I don't have money like that. I'm broke as hell. You understand? So what happens is, we get the menu. I look at the menu. We on an Amtrak. You know they got expensive food on the Amtrak, especially when I'm with them. Right, I'm on their side. Look at the menu, $30 for a steak, $30 for a $30-ton. I'm broke. I don't got none of it. I can't afford that right now. So I asked the waitress. I'm like, hello, waitress. Do you have an area where I can get more affordable food, like, you know, cup noodles, ramen noodles, you know, pizza, you know, little stuff like that? She said, yeah, it's downstairs, right? Go downstairs. Get my pizza, get my ramen noodles. So as I'm about to go back upstairs, I hear, hey, Speedy, can you come back to the dining area? Okay. I go back to the dining area. I'm like, hello, yeah, call me on it. Mind you, they called my name on the intercom throughout the whole entire train. Yeah, y'all called me? Yeah. They're gonna pay for your food. I look at Mr. and Mrs. Moore, they say, one of the greatest things that we've ever been taught, because they're wealthy, mind you, they're wealthy. Sharing and giving. This is what they told me the whole time when I was with them. They sat me down, paid for all my food for the duration of my whole train ride. You understand? So, and then, let me tell you, the day that they left, because they got off before I did, Mr. and Mrs. Moore actually saw me. Mr. Moore wasn't, he was, I think he was still sleeping, right? Get up early in the morning, come to me. She gives me a paper with a note of saying, keep doing what you're doing. We love your energy, and feel free to always contact us. You are an inspiring young man. And left about $60 for me to, you know, buy myself some food for the duration of my train ride, and left. You understand? So when they did that for me, I was like, yo, it's something here. More confirmation comes, right? I meet a guy named Jordan. Shout out to you, Jordan, if you're watching this train ride. He's from Colorado. He telling me about his life, where he's from and everything like that. And I told him, like, what do you think your purpose is? This is when I first started really like noticing like people who have purposes but they just forget. And basically what he told me was that he come from a background similar to mine, and that he's stuck because of certain situations that he had to go through. And I gave him some type of tips for him to carry through. The guy cried to me and told me, man, you just helped me so much. You don't understand. I'm gonna go home and really execute on my goals. Got chills, man. Got chills. That alone really let me know that I'm supposed to be doing what I'm supposed to be doing right now. You understand? And it helped me, and it helped other people. From that day on, I said, I already know what I gotta do. This is why I'm telling you this story right now today. Listen, let me tell you something. You have a purpose in life that you're not fulfilling, which is why you're stuck. You understand? There's a purpose that you're supposed to be fulfilling, but you're stuck because you're not taking the steps forward to go start it. I don't care how bad the start is, man. Everybody got bad starts. Usain Bolt had bad starts all the time, but he ended up still being the fastest man in the world, right? Don't matter how you start, matter how you get through the process and how you finish, man. I was a premature crack baby. I told y'all, man. I came from the slums. I came from the bottom, dog. You understand? It don't matter where I came from, right? It made me who I am to get me to where I am. The bottom where I went through made me who I am to get to who I am, to where I am. And that's what's going on with you right now. You're going through a rough situation. Let it be the building blocks and the foundation and the catalyst to get you where you need to be, man. All right? Godspeed, man.